Now let's find some more keywords and let's refresh this and make sure it's gone. Yep, that's gone. When you add new articles, so I'm going to add 10. It automatically creates a post ID. But now what happens if you don't put any keywords in and there's no slug generated, no title, because it has created a post ID, it comes up with replaceable. This is nothing you need to worry about. These are placeholders. So this post ID means that there is an instance on your database. And when you go into your posts, there they are, but they are not public and they have their own section here. So that's on all. They're not in the way of your published articles or your drafts. They are under bulk published articles and they can be deleted here and they can be deleted from here. But there's no need to delete them. Once you paste your main keywords in, the slugs will show up and then you can just generate your title as you would. So let's grab 10 keywords with the most basic keyword research method we have. Does Google auto suggest? Basic doesn't mean bad. We're just going to take these. Is artificial intelligence. I mean, I've already done this, but I'm not worried about duplicate content. So I'm going to take these. You do have to paste it into Google Sheets. You can't paste these into the sheet as they are. I'll show you what happens. If I paste these here, it puts them all in one cell. We don't want that. So I'm just going to put them here and then copy them again. So now it registers the cells and this bulk publishing sheet will also appreciate those cells. And now we can generate the titles. I think that title prompt needs fine tuning, but it's fine. And soon we will be able to select which ones we want it to generate so it doesn't just do the whole row. So we could put 100 keywords on and not have to worry about it trying to do all 100 in one go. But I quite like doing it in these small batches of 10, 15, 20 because I'm mostly doing them in clusters anyway, and I like to customize the output as much as possible. I know some people are just going to throw everything in there, generate, but for me, this is perfect for me because I get to doctor the output a lot more. So again, you can generate your secondary keywords or you can paste those in. I don't have any data-driven keywords, so I'm just pasting those in. You can get it to be a bit more, you can say contextually related. You do whatever you want. It's a prompt, so I'm just going to generate those. And if you look at that prompt again, it's generating a comma separated list of related keywords based on the main keyword. So that this is the variable. It's done all of those. We're not going to do the individual research data for these, but again, soon we will have SERP access and we will be able to pull from the API. I may have to make that credit based because SERP scraping is not a free thing, so it would, I'd probably have to make that credit based, or you'd have to get your own API and pay as you go. Either way, we will have research scraping. I'm going to save these because it's good practice to save as you go. And then I'm going to generate the outlines. I've told it not to include an introduction. I told it to stay on topic. I'm not going to tell it to do 10. I'm just going to let it do what it wants to do. I think it was trying to take from the research data. Yeah, but I don't have any research data. And this prompt does need some playing around with because I wouldn't want everything starting with understanding. That's going to quickly become an AI pattern, and we don't want any patterns, any AI patterns. So I think the best way with this, what I have in the sheet, in the prompts in the sheet, there is an example for everything. So if you use get outline or get intro, in the back end, the prompts also have examples. So they've been trained. But because more so in GPT-4, but because we can edit the prompt for each variable, we can train it. So you could write your ideal outline, so what you would like the outline to look like, whether you've used ChatGPT to create that or not. You could say, for example, a good outline would be, and then paste it in here, and it's going to consider that. So you have complete flexibility over the output of each of these columns, which is the main thing I was going for. But for now, again, we're going to leave these typical AI things that it does, just so we can move through the sheet. Okay, so now I'm going to generate the introductions. So I've given it a tweet. So you can do this with anything. If there's an email, somebody's written an email style that you like, you can say write in a similar style and tone to the following text. Similar tone, let's say. We don't want it to try and use those words or anything or the concept. But let's say write a fun and engaging, short but sweet. And we'll be able to save our prompts as we go as well. So maybe there'll be a button here and you can just go and check out your other introduction prompts. I think that's a good idea. Because as you edit it, once you come away from it, it saves it. But you might have had one that you liked before. You might want to try out different prompts. So for now, generate column. And we'll let it do its thing. And then the last one, of course, is the first draft. So those are the steps on the main sheet. You paste your keyword. The slug is going to be the keyword. The title, you generate your title. Paste or generate your secondary keywords. Paste your research data or ignore it. Generate your outline. Generate your introduction, and then generate your first draft. And you do want to do it in that order because if you look at the prompt, it's been designed to take into consideration each of these variables because they help it create a better output. So you want to do those consecutively. And then of course you can upload your featured images in the meantime. I'm actually going to save this and start this again because I was supposed to check out the GPT 3.5 output with the same prompts. Now I might need to reduce not the introduction. The first draft prompt is quite long, and again, the longer the prompt, the more it's going to eat into the allocated token amount for the actual article. So a shorter prompt is going to mean you get a longer article because the remainder of the max tokens are going to be used to generate the output. If you have a really long first draft prompt, it's going to use a lot of that on receiving the instruction. And then what's left is going to be used to generate your first draft. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So I've saved that. Let me just refresh and see if it's done any introductions. It's done a couple. But we are going to let GPT 3.5 do the rest.